GitHub. And for this session, we are going to learn the basic things you need to know about getting started with the platform. And you absolutely know some basic command lines and some features on the platform. Here you are going to learn the fundamental concepts as well as the essential commands that you need to know. And by the end of this workshop, you have a good grasp of the basics and you'll be able to learn more about the advanced and intermediate concepts of GitHub. And also, before I begin, I'm Hansen Hamenu, Alpha Microsoft student ambassador representing University of Energy and Natural Resources. I'm also a graphic designer and a system engineer as well. And I'm also excited to guide you all through this workshop. So now let's begin. On this platform, Microsoft Learn is a platform that provides you various concepts or various courses on how to get started in the tech industry. And Microsoft Learn has various courses concerning database, programming, AI, and all aspects within the tech. And for here, we are going to start with GitHub because as a software developer, you need to know certain skills to maneuver your way through programming in order to share your projects and your ideas on the platform. So first of all, we need to install Git on our machine and also register for a GitHub account. For that one, I'll guide you through on how to go about getting your account set up on the platform. Our daily objective here will be creating some branches, commit changes to the branches, create pull requests, merge the pull request, and delete the branch. So we begin. Introduction to Git. So someone will ask, what is Git? Git is the most popular version control system. Version control system records the changes made to our code over time in a special database called repository. So repositories here, they represent the database where your projects or folders are stored. You can access them anytime on the Git platform. Here you can access your project history and see how changes are made on your project. You can also make updates on your project files whilst you are working on your projects you want to upload on GitHub platform. So as I rightly said, GitHub is a version control system designed to make it easier to have multiple versions of code base, sometimes across multiple developers or teams. Also, GitHub is a development platform that enables you to host and review code, manage projects, and build software alongside other developers. In addition to providing a platform for collaborating software development, GitHub also offers a workflow designed to optimize use of its various features. Yes. GitHub.com is a website that hosts Git repositories on a remote server. Hosting repositories on GitHub facilitates the sharing of code bases among teams by providing a GUI to easily fork or clone repos to local machines. So fork and clone, they are similar in uh, respect to their concepts because they are relating to copying project files on the GitHub platform. By pushing your repositories to GitHub, you pretty much automatically create your own developer portfolio as well. So I want us to dive more into the version control system. Without a version control system, you have to constantly store various folders. This is very slow because it doesn't scale up to a certain peak. And also, you have to constantly change or do updates to your latest code via other mechanisms. Some of us will prefer using WhatsApp, email, Telegram, and other things. But on GitHub, you are able to share it on a free and fast platform that you can be able to access other collaborators' projects and also give your issues or discussions on that platform. Version control system helps us to track our project's history and work together. And also with version controls, we have two categories. The first category is a centralized system, and the second category is a distributed system. Here in a centralized system, all team members connect to a central server to get the latest copy of the code and share their changes to Microsoft Team Foundation server. But with the centralized system, the control here, there is a problem with a single point of failure. If a server goes offline, then you cannot access or collaborate or save your projects that you have uploaded on that platform. So once you are working on a central server, it means you have to be online consistently. And also there are other aspects of the version control system. We have the distributed. Here, the distributed platform, you have various members connected to the server, but it can go offline. At the same time, you can synchronize your projects on your local machine, because once you have the distributed system on your local machine, each member has a copy of the project file. So, and also the histories. So working with that project on your local machines, you can be able to save your snapshots of your project and also do updates on that project file you have done. And so that is how GitHub helps us to distribute our project files, helps us to give updates on our various codes that we want to upload as a collaborator. Next up, we look at Git and GitHub. Why Git and GitHub? First of all, Git is free, it's an open source platform, it's very fast, it's scalable. It enables us to branch, it helps us with branching and merging. You can branch other projects, create other branches on a platform. You can create multiple, as many as you want. You can merge uh, all pull requests on the same branch. So the Git is a tool that tracks the changes in your code over time, whereas GitHub is a website where you host all your Git repositories. In this platform, we need to install Git on your local machine. You also need to handle version controls. You support branching, as I said earlier on. Also, you can raise issues concerning your code. You see, when programmers or developers are into other various projects in their workspace, they experience bugs. So all these bugs, they raise issues and discussions on how to be able to resolve those bugs. Also, you can create pull requests, notifications, labels, actions, forks, and projects. For the forks and projects, is similar to the cloning. Cloning is returned as copying a project file or copying a system from one um, folder to another. So that is the aspect of forking. So as a software developer, this is one of the skills you must have in your resume. You should know its inside and outside. You should know how it works and how to use it to track your project history. There are various ways of getting to use the GitHub platform. First, the branches. Branches are the preferred way to create changes in the GitHub flow. So you can access multiple branches on your main branch and do various changes or various code changes to your project file. Commit. A commit is a change to one or more files on a branch. You can make various updates on your README file. So when you've done any update on your project, you access your README and do that changes on your README file. That is make readme.md. That's Markdown. So you can make changes to your README files, just updating the recent or latest updates you have made to your project. A pull request is a mechanism used to signal that's the commits from one branch are ready to be merged into another branch. So basically, a pull request helps you to connect one branch of your project to another branch of your latest project. So let's assume you have created multiple projects on a main branch, and you need to connect maybe the first and second branches to the latest one you have done on the platform. Here, the pull request helps you to connect that branch to maybe the last project you have done so that you can be able to verify or know where you have made the changes to your code. Also, as I mentioned earlier on, I said cloning and forking have the same concept. But let's take note. For cloning a repository, you make a copy of the repository and its history on the local machine. So for cloning on GitHub, we are dealing with copying files or copying your project on a local machine. And as it says, it's you if you have write access to the repository, you can push changes from your local machine to a remote repository called the origin as they are completed. So once you have made your changes to your project file on your local machine or any of your laptops or desktops machines you have set up at your home, from there you can send it remotely on the GitHub platform. Next up is the fork repository. So forking a repository it makes you make copies of your project on a GitHub account itself. So the parent repository is referred to as the upstream, while your fork copy is referred to as the origin. Once you have forked a repository into a GitHub account, you can clone it on your local machine. Forking allows you to freely make changes to your project without affecting the original upstream repository. To contribute changes back to the upstream repository, you can create a pull request from your fork repository. You can also run git commands to ensure that your local copy stays synced with the upstream repository. So as I mentioned earlier on, I said that once you have a software development skills, you need to know the Git commands. So don't worry about that. My collaborator Prince Adimado will take us through the basics of getting started with the Git commands. So in other aspects too, the first thing, as I mentioned earlier on, is you need to sign up. First of all, you need to install Git on your machine. And to install Git on your machine, you can get access to the site. Let me show you. So first of all, you need to create your GitHub account. So in order to create your GitHub account, you access github.com/join. That's the URL for joining the platform. It's very simple, straightforward. You just need to enter minimal information and sign up for the account. But once you sign up for the account, the GitHub will send you a verification email to verify you that you have joined the GitHub platform. And also, in order to in order to install Git on your machine, you need to visit the site git slash dash scm.com. Git dash scm.com. That is the site you need to visit to install Git on your machine. I hope everyone can see my screen. The chat section is open, so if you have any issues or any questions, please raise up or type them in the chat sections and let's attend to you. So this is how to install Git on your machine. So git-scm.com. You can download the latest version, that is the 2.38.1. So let me guide you through on the GitHub platform. Yes, please. The slides will be available to you guys, so don't worry. Okay. I hope everyone can see my screen now. Yeah, so this is the homepage for GitHub. Once you've created your account, this is how your graphic user interface will appear. So in order for you to create a repository, that is your folders of your project, you can just access the button here, that is the new button, or head straight to the top right corner. There's a plus symbol there. Click on it and click on new repository. Once you click on new repository, you type in the repository name. Please notice how I type my repository name. So demo dash AI dash Jane details. So you notice how I've typed my repository name, demo dash AI dash engine dash details. If you type the repository name without the dash, it's not going to validate it. It's not going to validate it. You see, he said your new repository will be created as a demo. So I need to bring in my dash there to be able to create that repository. Next up is the description. Here, the description is optional, but for this tutorial sake, I'm going to type in the description of this. So demo for AI engine system. And next up, for the next part, you just need to leave the default settings there, public. So for the public, anyone on the internet can see this repository. For this aspect, I'm going to work with collaborators, other developers. So I need to make it public so that once they have accessed my project here, they can also contribute to whatever code or whatever bug issues that we are facing on that project we are working on. And also we need to initialize this repository with a README file. So you just click the box here to add a README file.md. And finally, you click on create repository. Okay, nice one. Okay, so now we've created our new repository. We have a readme.md file. We have our demo.ai-engine-details. We have the description of our repository here. That is the demo for AI engine system. So in order for me to add collaborators, we need to click on settings. So at the settings section, you click on collaborators, authenticate. Always GitHub helps you to authenticate or confirm your access before you add a collaborator. So authenticate myself. Once you have authenticated yourself, then you scroll down to manage access. You can see you haven't invited any collaborators yet. So in order for me to allow other people to have access to my project, I just need to add a new collaborator. So my collaborator here is Prince. So I'm going to type his username. That's Primado. Yes, that is his username, Primado. That is Prince Adimado. So I have added him as a collaborator. The wonderful thing here is once I have added Prince or my collaborator to my project here, GitHub sends an email to the collaborator for them to accept that invite. So you can see pending invite. So from here, Prince will access his system to accept that invite I have sent to him. So basically, this is how we add collaborators to our project. Also, if you need to delete your um, repository, you can just go to your general settings, scroll down to the last section, and here you can delete this repository. So once you click on this repository, all the things that you have created on the GitHub platform will be deleted on it. So that's basically how we delete our repository. So we can visit your code here. If you need to initialize commit, you just click on initial commit or just click on the README file. Once you click on the README file, you can make or edit this file. So I can edit this file. If I need to edit it, I can edit it anytime I want. So let's say demo for AI systems, and I'll just add Prince has taken control. So once you have updated that, here the comment changes, it will write the default name for the comment changes, that is update readme.md. For some developers, they would like to type in a new comments that they've changed. So because as a new repository I've created, I'll just leave the default settings there, then click on comment changes. So now I've made changes so you can see. So demo for AI engine systems, Prince has taken over. So whatever I do or whatever I make changes to my comment is going to affect my repository here. The same way Prince will have access to my system is going to affect that same change here. So basically that is how we go about working with the README file on your repository. You can also access your code session as I made that demonstration earlier. So you just click on edit here to edit this file, then go to your code session, then you make that changes. So basically that is the walkthrough on the GitHub platform. So here you can see issues here. So you can raise issues on certain bugs that are affecting your project. You can create pull requests. So new request, if you need to create new requests, just click on new pull request. You can create actions also. So working on the GitHub platform, it helps you to add more features to your project, and it's also scalable, very easy and fast, reliable to work on that platform. So you can see deployment, you can deploy Node.js, you can deploy Amazon servers, you can build and deploy GKE, Terraform, build database, a whole lot of integrations here. So GitHub offers a lot, a whole lot. For GitHub, we have various types. We have the free account and we have the enterprise. For the enterprise, basically, is for businesses. So if you have a large business and you are working with a huge mass numbers of developers, and you need to collaborate all of them on this platform, you just have to pay some few money, and also they give you access to a whole lot of features on that platform. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and I'll allow Prince to guide us through on the workflow and getting access to the GitHub command, and also the various ways of using Git, that is the command line and the VS Code aspect, the graphical user interface. So thank you very much. Prince, over to you.
All right, so thank you, Hansen, for a very wonderful presentation. All right, so I'll be sharing my screen in some few seconds. So I'm coming. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. So where is my point file, PPT file? All right, so you'll be seeing my screen. Yes, you see my screen very soon. Answer. So once you
Yeah, hello, Prince.
yeah. Yeah, answer. So I just did something. I just went and closed the door. So please can you see my screen?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, we can see you.
You can see the
Yes, we can see
PowerPoint.
you. No,
Okay.
the PowerPoint.
Not the PowerPoint. So which place am I? Are you seeing my main window,
We are
like the
sharing.
Teams window?
We are sharing
The
your
Teams window itself.
Yes.
Teams window. Oh, okay. So let me unshare. I thought I was sharing the PowerPoint file. Yeah, so here is it.
Okay.
So if you can see
Nice
my
one.
screen, just tell me. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So, all right. So thank you. Thank all of you guys for downloading the Microsoft Teams app and joining us right here on Microsoft Teams. Yeah, for you downloading the app itself, it's a like it's a privilege for me. So Charlie, yeah. So let me introduce myself. I am Prince Adimado. I am a beta Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador since 2021. I'm a computer science student at Accra Technical University. I am into web development and also Microsoft Power Platform. You can like a Power Platform, yeah. So you can find me on LinkedIn at Prince Adimado and on Twitter at underscore Primado. So let's jump straight the session. Into the session. So introduction to Git. Hansen took this installing Git. Hansen took the step to show you how to install Git. So I'll not be going delving into that. Yeah. So let me jump straight into what is Git. Okay. So let me go from. Okay, so Get is a distributed, which means that the project complete history is stored both on the client and on the server. You can edit files without a network connection, check them in locally, and sync them whenever a server becomes available. If the server goes down, you still have access to the local copy, like on your hard drive. But if your server, like if there's no internet connection, you can't push to the cloud platform, which is GitHub. So Git is the technology behind GitHub. Without Git, the GitHub will only be hub. There will not be Git attached to it. So Git is responsible for everything GitHub related. Then let me go to some Git terminologies. So we have something called the tree architecture. That is like the like when working with Git, it's just a remote repository and a working copy. It is called the directory. The folder you're working in that contains your project files. But in between the remote repository and the working copy, there is a layer called the staging index. There's a layer called the staging index. Yes, so that is before you push your project to GitHub, which hosts your remote repository. One must first add the files to the staging index. Then from there, you commit it to the repository. So we use we use git add to stage your files to the staging index. And we use this git commit to push into the repository Then to push your project to GitHub, you use git push. Right. So let's go to some basic workflows. So this is that. So I'll be creating a file called action.txt in the repository that Hansen has added me as a collaborator. So to do this, we have to create a file called txt. When you make changes to the file, let's say you make changes A and B to the file, then in the process make another change C, use git add to stage to the staging index, and use git commit to push to the repository. All right, so that has it. Then we go to some key areas to note whilst dealing with GitHub or dealing with Git. You have something called the hash value. For I have my friend here who is experienced working with Git and GitHub. He knows, maybe you may know what is the hash value, Nathaniel. Yeah, a hash number, like when you talk about like the, okay, so let me talk about this. Whenever you make a comment, there's the hash value that is generated. The hash value is a number produced by a hash function that represents the content of the file or another object with a fixed number of digits. So one advantage of using hashes is that you can Git can tell that a file has changed by hashing its content and comparing the result to the previous hash. If the file time and date stamp is changed, but the file hasn't changed, it gets knows that the content hasn't changed at all. So this hash value, what produces this hash value? It's not like a mere function. It's an algorithm. So it's called the SHA-1 hash algorithm. You don't need to know anything in detail, like about the SHA-1 algorithm or how it compares to other algorithms out there. But you need to know that you need to know that there's something like this and it's frequently used whilst working in the development team. People refer to People refer to this value as the SHA value or the SHA, like I'm coming the SHA value or the SHA value. If you hear someone say, like a senior developer, say that what is the SHA value of the commit, so you must know what the engineer is referring to. So the number is generated because they start from A to F, and also it's like it has numbers containing 1 like 0 to 9, and from A to F. It looks something like this. So it looks something like this. 5C15E80T. Yeah, so you copy once Hansen created the repository, a default branch was created on GitHub, which is called. I mean, you can create similar other branches with similar content of the branch you are copying from or you are branching from. You can commit back to the main branch, yeah, to be pushed to production. Yeah, so it's like the end of the current branch is rested on the current branch. Yeah. So yeah. So it takes some time for the page to load. So we are now at command subcommand options. Hansen. Hansen. Hello, Hansen.
Hello.
All right. So I wanted to know whether I see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen. Sub commands.
Yeah, I wanted to be sure. Okay, so we have commands. So what is a command when you're after installing Git? So Git is the command, then the subcommands, like the subcommand specified operation you want Git to perform. So Git, like this, like in lowercase, Git is the command. Whatever follows Git is the subcommand. Then whatever start with it's a hyphen or double hyphens is called the option. So we have Git reset option hard, Git reset, Git push option all. You see, so I'll be showing other functions or other commands that has options. And the sub command is like push, pull, reset, push, and all that. Once you install Git, you have to configure it. You can't install a command line to not configure it. Maybe it may do with other, but you have to, since Git is interacting with a cloud platform like GitHub, you need to configure your Git. So how do you configure your Git? So first, once you first install, how do you call it? Git, you must first run a command which is called Git option version. That the Git option version, you check whether Git is successfully installed. So you run this command Git option version. Once you are done, you run this command to link your GitHub username to Git on your machine, so that Git knows the identity of the user using the technology. So we say git config option global user.name, and where the double quotes are, you input your username. So my username in this case will be Primado. Then once you are done, say git config option global user.email. You configure your email, right? They don't, not any email, but the email you use to register for GitHub. Then after when you are done, you run this command git config option list to see whether you have successfully configured your Git. Yeah, so once you do that, you see your username and your email in the list. I think I'll be running some Git config list. Let me see. Yeah, Git config option list to see. So let us go into the main command. So I'll be explaining status later once I get into my command line. What is Git? I explained, I've explained before. I said you should like to stage your to push like the files they staging in this, and they get in the stage local copy. But once you use push, you're pushing to the cloud platform, which is GitHub. Get log to get more information about your commits. You can see the commits hash value, the hash value I said there's an algorithm that produces it, which is called the SHA, like the SHA1 algorithm. Okay, so let us jump straight into the commands used in pushing to your Git GitHub. So we have this command called git option b main. So I'm saying that, oh, Git, create this repository for me and name the default branch main. That's what the option B is doing. And you say git, so to add your files, you can add all the files using git add space period. You don't type space, but you give a space like git space add. So git add then period. The period is a dot, right? You press on the dot key. Then, or you can add files. If you want to add all the files, some like the like how using the period, like it depends in which directory you are. If in that directory you have like sub folders, like you may get some errors, like some errors. Yeah. So you have to add sometimes multiple files, or using a certain command. I'll be showing if there's more time. Then we have get commit. So anytime you are saving your Word files, your PPT files, whatever file you are saving, your image files, you save them with a link. What you are saving, so in using get commit, you are saving your files. Yeah, so you give it a short description about the commit. Yeah, so it's get commit option M. M means message. So get commit option M into the double quotes. You input the message. Then you go to add like a remote GitHub repository to your local copy. You say git remote add origin. Yeah, once you do that, it will add the remote repository to your Git. So that once you run the command git push origin main, git push option all. I'll be showing the commands in some few seconds to come. It will go straight to the repository. So you can see git. You can so it's not always git push origin main or git push origin master. Like it is the branch you are on. You can create multiple branches. So when you're working in the development team or working by us, you can create a branch with a certain name. It can be Linda development, it can be Linda something. It can be any name you give it to, but make sure that you're on that branch. And when you're pushing from that branch, you use the branch's name. So git push origin. So and also let me add this. Git remote add origin. Like the origin is like a name. It can change. So once you are initializing your adding the remote repository to your GitHub, to your Git repo, like your local Git repo. The name, it can be anything, but like the standard practice or the best practice is that we call it origin. Don't go and use any name that you forget some few days to come. It's always origin, so keep it in your mind, origin. Yeah, so then use this command git push option or to as a shortcut to push the change you have committed to the GitHub account. So there are more commands to clone your project. Use this command to fetch. So to fetch, actually you are actually making sure that the information on GitHub syncs with the information on your Git repo. Then Git pull, yes, Git pull. Actually, you are pulling the content from GitHub to your local, so that the content on GitHub and the content in your project files in your local repository, your hard drive or your computer stays the same. Then more commands, get switch to create a new branch, use get switch option C, then the name, you just type the name of the branch, get checkout B, input, get the same thing as using the checkout. Then to switch between branch, or to list all the branches you have in that repository, you just get branch. To merge the branch, you say get merge, then the name of the branch. But mostly try to do all your merging on GitHub, for like, so that you know which branch you are merging to. All right, so also get straight to switch between branches here. So yes, so I'll just go here back. All right, so I'll end my slideshow and I'll share my entire screen. So thank you all if you have joined, if you have stayed to this far. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. So I'll share my screen. Yes, I'll share my screen and I'll share my window. I shared it's not the screen that I shared. I shared the window, and I'll share a screen. All right. So once you see my screen, alert me.
Yes, you can see your screen.
All right. So I'm going to. So like added me to the repository to show like how we collaborate on it on GitHub. So you can see he sent me the email. You can see it over here. I believe you can see the email, right?
Yes, I can see the email.
So you just click to view the invitation. It will bring you here. Then you accept. So once it accepts, it redirects me to the repo. They said that you can see now. See, it says you now have push access. Like you say push, you now have a written access. You can write into the repository. That's the way they get, like that's the name you can write. You have push access. You can push to this repository. Someone like maybe you on this clone the repository like you. But if person has not given the right access or the push access, you can't commit, you can't push into this repository the file. Okay, so let me do this. We learned about clone and all that. So let me demonstrate uh, some of the commands. So, to copy the link to your repository, the URL of the repository, you just come to code and copy. For now, use the HTTPS, right? Use the HTTP. For the SSH, you need to configure your machine, and there's a documentation to that. So that whenever you are pushing your code, it requires you to authenticate by inputting the password. You just copy the HTTPS does not require any authentication. I'll copy the HTTPS here, the link here is the same link, right? It's the same link, but just with a dot dot extension. Search search bar, but it's dot git extension. You get it here. I'll just copy this, right? Then I come to my command. I hope you can see the text on my command line. So you just come in. I'll change directory to my desktop. And in the desktop, I'll just clone it. So since I've copied the link, it's git clone. It's in there. This one, the link. So let us wait. It's cloning. It takes a few seconds. You see, then, yes, it's down there. So We say it is downloading the content on GitHub. So you must have internet connection, as you said. When dealing with GitHub, you must have internet. But when you're dealing with Git, you don't need internet. But once again, you may be going online to search for solutions. So you need internet for your machine for other purposes. So it has downloaded uh, or it has cloned the project. So to go into this directory, so it comes as a directory. So the name of the directory is the name of the repo. Is the name of the repo here. So we just come here and say get. No, it's not get. So you say change directory to what? It's demo AI, right? So once you press once you write CD, change CD means change directory, change into a new folder. Once you do that, you see you are changing into directory into the demo directory. And once you type demo, then just hit on the tab key. Then once you do that, I can run this command called there. Once I run there, it's a CMD, it's a command line command like CLI. It's a CLI command. So once you can see the content here, we have a readme file which have 81 characters or bytes, 81 bytes. And so how can we tell that the folder we have or the repository we have cloned is actually a GitHub repository? When you run CD and press on tab key and press on the tab key, you can see we have a .git extension. It tells the .git extension tells the .git extension tells that this repository, like this folder, is considered a as a GitHub repository. That's how we refer to it. So I'm done. I'll open this folder in my VS Code. I'll open this folder in my VS Code. Okay, so let me come here. Okay, let me open it from here. It's supposed to respond. Let me open the folder from here. Right, so it's have less than 50 minutes to go. You have less than 50 minutes. Yes, so once it loads, I just create a file called action.txt. Now I've learned how to clone, I have to learn how to push. Once you learn how to push, if there's more time, add like some of the commands to it. So we are done. It's now activating the extensions. That's how VS Code runs. Yeah, so let me. So it's activating my extensions for me, so I have to wait for some time. So I just create an action.txt file. All right, so as it is creating the file, please check in the let me input this. Let me input this. Let me input this here into the chat section. It's a link at the end of the event. I'll introduce like Microsoft Lens. Yeah, so yeah, so it will be sending anytime from now as my file has been created. So my file has been created. Yes. So let me input something. So I say this is this is intro to Git and GitHub like workshop. So this is a workshop, and I say Hansen 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 is the push, right? Something to push. We don't need to write some code in less than like 50 minutes. Yeah, so Hansen is the host. I'll come here. So realize that in my presentation, realize that I added a GitHub repository, but once I clone the project on GitHub, like so once I create it, it has like I've added it's already like a GitHub repository already. There's no need to add it to make a GitHub repository. So just to see whether to see what like repository are pushing on, just run this command remote remote option V. So you can see I'm pushing to Hansen Marella demo AI. Yes, once I'm done, so so let me show you the gate status. So gate status shows you like tells you like which commands or which file it tells you which commands which files you need to track. You must make sure Git is tracking and you're able to stage. So once you run this command, you can see that you have action.txt. But mind you that the README file is already like on GitHub. So I read like action.txt. Let me go into my GitHub. Okay. You can see that once I created the file here, like it was like the color of the file of the text of the name of the file was actually like gray. But once I input like text into it, made some changes to it, you can see that it has turned to green. That means that we need to commit. And once you come to the source control here, once you come to the source code, you can see I can do like everything I'm doing right here in Visual Studio Code, but I don't need to do that. I want to show you the hard way using the commands so that you appreciate it. So I'll just jump straight into this. Then we just run get. So we just run get add then the name of the file action. Then we just go get. So once you run, I can run get status again. Once I get status, you can see that they say that on branch main, your branch is up to date, changes to be committed. Now you can see once I did the other one, say on track files, then it was red. And once you track it, it will be green. So once you do that, I say get commit option M, then a message you say added intro, there's something to intro like test. Yes, so once you are done, you commit it. I'll be showing you the get log. So when you run the get, let's run the get status again. Get status. Once you do that, you can see it say on branch main. Your branch, like the current head of the branch of the is on the main branch. Nothing to commit. Working tree. You can see the working tree. I talked about the tree architecture, so that the working tree is clean. So you're not going to get log, get log. Once you run get log, once you run get, you can see
Yeah,
that.
hello.
Yes, answer.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Some of our guests would like to ask some questions before
yeah,
you
yes.
move on.
So they should ask. They should ask.
So
I'm in the
please,
chat section.
Delhi, please raise up your question. Delhi, Elijah.
Yo,
Yeah, please, you have a question.
it's nice.
What's your question? Yeah, what's your question?
What's the question? Yeah, what's the question? Only wanted to complain about the background, kind of noisy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
About
Like there's a couple or like some people around me like who are talking. I don't know whether they're not hearing me. They hear me that I am on the call, but they are still talking and all that. So you have to alert them. Yeah. So I'll be finishing right now. So let us keep going. Yeah. So yeah. So you can see when I do that, you can see the 40 long hexadecimal string. You can see the 40 long hexadecimal string here. You can see it over here. So the comments, you can see it how it is. Yes, once you are done, let's push. So to push, you can run this command get push origin. I'll not be using the shortcut get push option or get push origin main. So get push origin. We are saying that get is the command, push is the sub command, origin is the repository we are pushing to, what is the Hansen's repository on demo AI. Then the main is which branch you are pushing to. So I've basically broken down this command for you. So once you run, they can see here say git push, so we are done. So it's already on GitHub. So I'll leave my Visual Studio, refresh, and also I'll open a new terminal and I'll show you how to initialize a project. But maybe you are starting your project but you didn't like create it on GitHub first. You want to create it from the command line. How do you do that? So how do you add a local repository? How do you add a remote repository to a local repository? Um, uh, yes. So I just open this. Come on, CMD. Come on, CMD. Just open a new window for me. All right, so let me go into my desktop. So like my background is a bit noisy, but I'll be finishing now. Don't worry. The elderly people, you're going to go and tell them, they will say, yeah, doing something. So let me just leave them. Yeah, so CD or CMD. So CD desktop. So once I'm in desktop, let's create a folder. Normally, you create your project on on your local machine and you push it. Then you connect it to connect a GitHub repository to the remote repository, then you push. So to do that, so we say git init initialize option B main. Once you do that, hit on it. So we say initialize empty git repository. Now we don't have anything here. We don't have anything here, so you can say, but we don't have any files in the in the folder or in the directory I create. Oh, I just initialized the whole desktop. Oh, that's very bad. So let me just create a folder. I should have created a folder. I initialized my whole desktop. Now my whole desktop is the Git repository. My gosh. So I'll just create a new folder called CD. Yeah, CD demo Saturday, right? Demo Saturday. And change. I have to go and change that. My whole desktop is a Git repository. That's cool though, but it's not the best. So I just have to seed into demo repository, demo Saturday. Once I do that and I initialize the folder instead, yeah. So get init option B. So instead of writing the same command, just press on the top arrow key and go to the command. Once you are done, you don't have any files here, so then run get status. It over here, no comments, there's no file. To add a remote repository to, you said um get remote get remote add origin, then you paste in the URL. What did I copy? Okay. Oh, I should go and copy the link again. So let me. Okay, I didn't copy the link. Okay, I can get the link here. I think I copied it somewhere here. Yeah, so here's it. So I said get. Okay, let me run the command again. So I should delete everything here. Say origin is like the default name you give to the name of the repository you are pushing. Okay, so then you connect it with it, then you run. I'm having some. Okay, uh, git remote add origin. I think my command is wrong. I think so. Let me check my slides. On demo days, things like this happen. So it's git remote add origin. Right? Was my remote spelled wrong? But basically, let me show you the commands here. I don't know what is going on. Basically, this is how to add a remote like repository to your command. Yeah, so let me go to GitHub. We have 2 minutes more. I should be ending. So basically, you have done what you have to be, getting started. So you can see our README file here. No, actually not TST file here. You can go ahead to create a branch. So you create a branch. You can create a new branch here. We name the branch. Let me name it master. Let me name it master. So let's say you are working. Someone say create a branch and work on it. Don't work on the main branch. Otherwise, you destroy the code which is in the on the internet, or you destroy the source code on the or you break the application. So create a branch. So just create a branch. You have to obey your senior engineer. So once you do that, you come to code. You come to this one. Then you say, I see it is loading. Go to master branch. You can see it have the similar files here with the same comments, with the same comments. So you can see the comments hash value, right? It's the short form is here. So we can go into action. We can go into action.tst. Then we can go to action.tst. I thought no one would come. Yeah, so oh, so okay, I can make some edits. So this is a new branch, new branch. So this is I bring an error here. Then you can give a commit message. So you added a new branch, something. Just the comment for when you're working with on real code, you know the changes you make to your source code, so you know what to add to your your commitment. So you commit it. So give me about 5 minutes. Let me wrap up. Let me show you how to create a pull request and all that. So you have done that. You have committed. Go straight to main. Let me go straight to main. So once I go straight to main, you can see it's supposed to be like the home page. Hello, I'm coming. Let me tell them that they're actually making it. I'm coming. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello, Prince. I mistakenly mute you. Unmute yourself. Hello, Prince. Hello, Prince. Hello, Prince.
Salah?
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I get the slides?
Yes, you get it. Prince, unmute
Okay.
yourself.
Okay.
Try to
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Try to.
Yes,
Answer.
yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
So give me extra 2 minutes. So you can come when you come there. So in creating a pull request, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah. Okay. So you come to so now you can see from here. You say add base, right? You add. So you are seeing you are merging the branches. You are merging the master branch to the main branch. So you say this is the compare branch. You are adding it to the it's called main. So you just come and say create pull request. You come and say you do create pull requests.
Prince,
This
share
how
your
to do
screen
it in
more.
like
Share your
I should share
screen
my
more.
screen. Well, can't you see my screen? I'm sharing my screen. Why can't you see my screen? I'm sharing it.
Yes.
Yeah, so now we have created a pull request. So we have created a pull request. So it will alert like those working on the it will alert like Hansen. If Hansen should check his email, we can see that Prince has created a pull request and availability of the merge, whether there are some merge conflicts. So once there's no merge conflict, you can say merge pull request. You can add extra information, but you don't need to. We are behind time, so it's merging. So you have merged. You can go ahead and well, you have merged the branch. There's no need to keep a lot of like branches that we have merged, but we are not using. So you just go and delete the branch, right? You can restore it later. We are done. We have basically so you can see the tag here merged. Let's go to demo, the home page for the repository. You can see yes, you can see now you can see the action.txt file, the comment message. You see added new branch. You can see it over here. So for this, like this is on GitHub. Your local Git repository does not know. So you have to run pull like git pull to make sure that the copy stays in zinc. Let me
Okay.
try to do this. Yes. Hello. Answer.
Yeah, hello, Prince.
So yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk.
I was saying your line was breaking.
Okay. So you just come here. So let me try to run the pull request here. No, not pull request. Like a pull git pull. You see once working with Git. So let me run CLS to clear my screen and come here. So once I run Git get status again, like on Git, they said there is nothing, but there are changes that have happened on GitHub. So what should we what we have to do is to run Git pull. So we run Git pull origin what Git pull origin main, right? Origin main. So as it is by running the command, kindly kindly go into the comment section, click on the links, the resources, create an account. Taking them to project, clone, do other stuff, work in developers. Once you start learning web development, app development, this is the tool you need. You don't need how do you call it? You don't need Telegram. You don't need Google Drive. You need GitHub. No serious developer use Google Drive, Telegram to share code to you, unless maybe something is urgent, but later they'll be pushed back to GitHub. But still, always they share it on Git and GitHub. So thank you very much. I am Prince Adimado. So let me share my profile, my LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, my let me go to my profile. You see my profile, so that you can follow me on GitHub once you create an account. Once you create an account, to be loading up in the system. Yes, so this is my page. I hope you can see. Yeah, so you can see my page here. So so if you don't want to learn how I made my profile look like nice like this. So one day I decided to code in October 13th to 29th, like straight coding. Like, this is my longest streak so far. So I decided to code like for October 13th to October 29th. So if you want, like, but if you want, I'll be creating a tutorial on how to make your readme, your profile look nice like this, and all that. Yeah. So thank you very much. I am Prince Ajimado. You can find me on LinkedIn as Prince Ajimado and on Twitter at underscore Primado. On 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 Instagram is underscore Primado. On uh, GitHub is Primado. Charlie. So Charlie Hansen. Okay, let me show you our YouTube channel. So don't worry, people are saying they need the
Yeah.
slides. We need the slides. We need the slides. The video, the recording session for this meeting will be shared on this channel on Microsoft Learn Students Ambassadors Ghana. This is where the it will come as a video. The content will be dropped here later today. So subscribe. I want to see the subscription number go up. The number of subscribers go up. Subscribe, turn on post notification. Once the video drop, you get it. You don't need slides. I also hosted an event on introduction to GitHub and GitHub Dev, how to do get add, get comment, get pull request, merge everything in Visual Studio Code without touching your command line. Your command line without touching your command line. You get me? So you can do everything. I'll be showing you. Right, I did an event about 2 weeks ago. Go and watch the video, like, subscribe, give a comment. More videos are coming, so Hansen can take over.
Yeah. Hello. Thank you very much, Prince Adimadu, for impacting us with such skillful knowledge here. Please, I hope everyone is okay with this session. If you have any contribution or any question, please just raise up your reactions. Just click on the reactions and raise up your hand or chat. Type your questions in the chat section. Let us help you with your questions. If there are no questions, then we round it up for today.
Hello, Hansen.
Yeah, hello.
Hansen. Yes, we can end the
Yeah, hello.
recording. We are done. You can end the recording
Okay.
now.